Good morning. Today I'm going to show you how to add YouTube videos to your WordPress site. All of our Agent Evolution sites have a premium plugin installed called VidEmbed, which allows you to easily add videos to any post or page, and also includes a widget that you can add to any of the widget areas of your site. So let's start first by adding a video to a post. So let me switch over to the dashboard of my site. And under the Post menu, I've got a post already created I'm going to use. Okay, and here's my post. Now I've got a title for my post, and I've got some text here, and I'm going to put the video below this text. So I'm going to put my mouse cursor where I want that video. Now to insert a YouTube video, I'm going to go to the Upload Insert menu across the top, and you'll see when I mouse over this second icon, it says VidEmbed. I'm going to click on this icon. This will give you a pop-up window where you put in the URL for your video. So let's go over to YouTube and grab a video that we're going to add to this post. Okay, once you've located your video on YouTube, just below the video, you click on the button that says Share. When you do that, YouTube gives you a URL, but you can't use this URL. This is what's known as the short link. What we need for VidEmbed is the long link. To get the long link, click on Options just below that link, and you'll see a checkbox for the long link. So I'm going to check that, and you'll see now we've got a different link here. This is the long link. I'm going to copy and paste this. So I'm just going to copy it. I'm going to go back to my post, and I'm going to paste that URL right here in the first field for the video URL. Once we've got the URL, we can give our video a title. I'm just going to call it My Video. We can give it a caption. I'm going to call it My Video Caption. Now below that, we have the options for the video width and height. The default for VidEmbed is 480 pixels wide and 385 pixels high. This is a pretty good size for the content area on your post and pages. Most content areas on most sites is about 600 pixels, so this 480 works pretty well. But you can make it larger or smaller by adjusting these numbers here for the width and the height. I'm going to leave it as the default for now. Now below that, you'll see a checkbox for autoplay. What autoplay does is it enables that video to start playing as soon as a visitor goes to your site. We don't recommend this because a lot of site visitors don't like that, but you do have that option. I'm going to leave it unchecked, and then I'm going to click the blue button that says Insert Video. And you'll see what VidEmbed has done is inserted what's called a shortcode. And you know that in WordPress, anything that has opening and closing brackets like this is a shortcode. And our VidEmbed shortcode has the title that we added to our video here. It has the caption that we added here. Has the URL we just pasted in, the long link here. Type equals YT, which means YouTube. And here's the width and height, the default width and the default height. Now once you've added your video and you decide you want to adjust the size, it's much easier just to go ahead and adjust these numbers inside the shortcode rather than have to reinsert your video. So I'm going to leave this as the default for now, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save this post. And now we're going to view our post. Here's our post with the video we just added using VidEmbed with the default width and the default height. Here's our title that we added, My Video. Here's the caption that we added right here. Okay, that's how you add it to post and pages. You can also, if you're post is going to be on the featured post of your home page. I'm going to switch over to my home page, and I've put this post in the featured blog post category. And you'll see here's the title of my post. Here's the text that I added that's below the video. If you're going to display it in your featured blog post category, you need to add some text for that excerpt. Now you also need a thumbnail. It doesn't automatically create a thumbnail from your video. You have to get that from YouTube. Now I already have it here, but I'm going to show you how to get it again. Let's go back to this post. I'm going to remove this one. So I'm going to go back to my post editor, scroll down to the bottom where it has the featured image. I'm going to remove it, and I'm going to grab it again. All YouTube videos have a default thumbnail that you can use as the featured image for your post. So to grab that thumbnail, I'm going to type in a URL, img.youtube.com/vi/. Then the next part of the URL needs to be the video ID for your YouTube video. And that's inside that link. So let's go back to our post and look at that link. You'll see here in the shortcode, that long link here, after the part where it says V equals, this is our video ID, and this is what we need for that URL. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it here in my URL. And then we want to do a / and do default.jpg. And this will give you YouTube's default thumbnail for your video. Every video has its own thumbnail. So I hit enter, and you'll see now YouTube has given me that thumbnail, and here's the thumbnail here. So you could just right click on that and save that image. I'm going to save this to my desktop. I'm going to name it video1.jpg and save it. Okay. So now that we've got that thumbnail, I'm going to go back to my post and add that as the featured image. So let's go back to that featured image again and click Set Featured Image. And I'm going to select this file from my desktop. There it is, Video 1. Okay, now it's added this video to my media library. So now I want to go down and click on the link to use this as the featured image. Okay, now it's done. So I now have that as my featured image. I can update my post. And now we can go back to our home page and see that's the thumbnail that shows here under your featured blog post. That's that YouTube thumbnail that we just got. There's the title, and there's the excerpt. That's the text we added to our post. Now, VidEmbed also comes with a widget you can use, and we've got it here on the right-hand side under the featured video. So to use this widget, we're going to go to the Appearance menu on our dashboard. Well, let's go back to our dashboard. We're going to go down to Appearance. Under Appearance, we're going to select Widgets. Okay, and you'll see now in our available widgets, down near the bottom, there's a widget called VidEmbed. We're going to add this to one of our widget areas. Okay, so here's our primary sidebar. We're going to open that up. Now we've already got this widget here, but if you wanted to add it any widget area, you just drag it to where you want it. And once you do, it'll open up, and it gives you these same options like you had when you tried to insert it into a post. The first would be the title. I'm going to call this my widget title. And then that video URL that you need again. Let's go back and get that URL again. And we're going to paste it in this widget. Now you can give the video a title and a caption. Now again, you have your options for your video width and video height. The default size of 480 by 385 doesn't normally work in any of your widget areas. Your widget areas are normally pretty narrow. So most sidebars are about 300 pixels. So I'm going to start with just have it 250 pixels wide and 220 pixels high. And then I'm going to click Save. Okay, now if we go back to our sidebar, let's pick a page that has the primary sidebar. And you see, here's our VidEmbed widget with the title. Here's the video. And that 250 seems to fit pretty well into the sidebar here. If you find that your video is too wide, you can go back and tweak those settings within the widget to adjust it so it fits. And you want to be sure and kind of keep the same aspect ratio when you adjust the height. You want it to be sort of the same as it was for the full-size video, so it doesn't look like it's scrunched down or too tall. Okay, let's go back to our dashboard. There are some settings with VidEmbed that you need to be aware of. And VidEmbed has its own menu item in your dashboard. So here in our dashboard near the bottom, you'll see a menu item that says VidEmbed. Under that VidEmbed menu item, there's a link for settings. I'm going to click on settings. Okay, now I've got the VidEmbed settings. We're going to focus on the ones just for YouTube. And the YouTube player has two options, a dark and a light theme. The default is dark. Depending on what your design is like, you may prefer the dark one over the light one or the light one over the dark one. But like I said, the default is dark. If you prefer the light theme, you just check the box for the light theme. The next setting is the most important. Here it says hide related videos. By default, YouTube at the end of your video will put some links to related videos, and they may be competitors' videos. So you want to make sure that hide related videos is enabled for yes. Make sure it says yes, and then just click Save Settings and save that setting in your VidEmbed settings. Okay, if you're using an older version of VidEmbed, the older version, instead of the dark and light theme options, has a color picker similar to this one for the Vimeo player, where you pick the color for the border that you want around your player. So you would just check on that and decide what color border you want on your video. But for the newer version, it just gives you a choice of the light and dark theme. Okay, if you're using the AgentPress 2 theme, you have noticed, I'm sure, in your listings, we're going to go to Listings. In your property details, there's a box for embedding video. I'm going to edit one of my listings here. Okay, and you'll notice down in your property details, the AgentPress 2 gives you a box to enter a video embed code. If you're just adding YouTube videos, it's much simpler just to use VidEmbed and add it to your listing the same way we did with the post. You just use Upload, Insert, VidEmbed. If you don't have VidEmbed and need to add video embed code to your listing, you can use this box. And YouTube gives you that embed code. Let's switch back over to YouTube real quick. And you'll see when we click share and we got the options that we used before, there's also a button that says embed. I'm going to click on embed, and this gives you the embed code. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste it here in my listing. Okay, this is where you put the embed code. Then you click the button to send to the text editor. And you'll see what that does is that puts a short code into your listing where it says property_video. So if I were to update this listing now, and now view this listing, you'll see now I have that video added to my listing by using the embed code in that box. It doesn't give you all the options. There's no easy way to turn off related videos if you do it this way, so using the VidEmbed is much better. Occasionally you might have some video embed code for maybe a virtual tour company or something, or some other source of a video. You can use this box for that as well. You just paste it in here and click the button to send to the text editor, and it will add that video to your listing. You can do the same thing with regular posts and pages if you've got an embed code rather than using the VidEmbed. So if we go back to our post, I'm going to go back to all posts and pick a post for an embedded video. Okay, and you see I have a post that I've titled Embedded Video. I'm going to edit that. Okay. Now, when you add embed code to a post or a page, you need to make sure that you're in HTML mode and not visual. Let's switch over to the HTML tab, and you'll see this is where that embed code is added. And embed codes usually start with, the words iframe or script. So you would paste it in HTML mode. If you try to paste it in visual mode, it won't work. Just make sure you have that HTML enabled to drop an embed code. But again, it's much easier if you just use the VidEmbed plugin and just click on the icon to add your videos, because it gives you more options than just dropping in an embed code. So that's pretty much how you use VidEmbed to add YouTube videos to your WordPress site. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, Carol, at agentevolution.com, or Chad at agentevolution.com. And have a nice day. Thank you.